I first learned of Safe Harbor back in 2010. I work at a church, and we have a lot of access to families, to children, to parents who are hurting and struggling. And I learned of the Safe Harbor ministry through one of our church members, Sean Hannon, who's the executive director there. Well, because I work in a church and because we have all these families that we know of and families in the community that we know of who are struggling and hurting, we have referred parents and children to this ministry. We have let others in the community know about the ministry. You know, raising children is really difficult, and I'll speak from personal experience. I'm the parent of two boys who've recently grown out of their teenage years, so I have some understanding of the both the joys and the really bad difficulties or the strong difficulties that parents have in raising children. Raising children can cause a lot of fear and anxiety and other emotions that come into a family at different times. I know that when these emotions happen, it's really difficult, sometimes impossible, to make really good decisions, to make decisions that are healthy, that will bring peace into a family. And because of that, we have used Safe Harbor, and others have used Safe Harbor, to bring this calming force into a family that are struggling. Because of what happens in a family when they're going through a crisis, when these things happen in a family, when someone can speak into their lives, I'm a big believer that God uses others in our lives when we struggle. And I have seen God use Safe Harbor in the lives of others to bring, to be a force of calm, to bring a force of peace into a family. And because of that, then people can hear the gospel message, which the gospel message is a wonderful message of hope and a message of peace and a message of calming. Safe Harbor, in every message that it sends out to families, does so from a biblical standpoint, brings biblical principles into play in a family's life. And because of this, discipleship grows. People become more aware of what God has done in their lives. It gives them hope, and it gives them real encouragement to follow Jesus. When difficulties happen in a family, it affects not only maybe the child that's involved, but it affects the mom, it affects the dad, it can affect the siblings and other family members, and it can have real devastating effects on a marriage. And I have seen Safe Harbor work into the lives of these families, and they created the Calming the Storm video series to do that, to speak into the lives of families, to bring peace, to bring hope, and to be a calming force for families. As people who work in church will know, there's so much pain in the world. There's so many difficulties in families, and there are not enough pastors to help. So we all need other resources that we can help. We need other counselors, we need other ministries to help, and the Safe Harbor can step into the role of that help. They can use the video series in small groups. They can use the video series in sanctuaries. They can use the video series just to recommend to parents and to families who are struggling. And it's a wonderful, easy help to them to give them resources to help a family. You know, God teaches us how important a marriage is, and it really is, because we have seen the effects of when the marriages are struggling. It affects down the line, it affects the children, sometimes for ages to come, even into the next generation. So it's of immense importance that a family, that a husband and a wife maintain their relationship, that they stay on the same page, that they speak into a difficult situation, not with anger, not with anxiety, not with fear, but with peace and with hope, and to give wise, godly counsel to their children. People can do it in a variety of ways. They can do it with financial support. They can do it by referring others to this video series, the Calming the Storm video series. They can volunteer from time to time. And they can pray, which is one of the biggest thing that families need when they're struggling. Because I love the Lord, and because it's doing something that really matters, because God can use all of us, not just those that work in a church, but all of us, to affect and to change the lives of others. And that's why I do it. I'm just a big believer in the Safe Harbor. I know the people that work there. I know of the counselors who have produced the video series. And I think it's a wonderful resource that parents can use to help the family that can have great effects for a minimal investment.
I want to invite you to take a look at our website, revelationstvseries.org. It's produced by Horizon Media Studios. It's a 501c3 media ministry, and what we're doing is helping other ministries tell their story. Homeless shelters and children's homes, Bible colleges, seminaries, mission sending agencies. With your help, we can continue to help tell their story, to inspire the world, to shine their light and let God get the glory for the work that's being done in advancing the kingdom of Jesus Christ.